At the end of the topic, you will be able to explain the concept of electromagnetic induction, describe Faraday's experiment for electromagnetic induction, state and explain Fleming's right-hand rule, explain the principle and working of AC and DC generator.
In 1831, Michael Faraday investigated the relation between electricity and magnetism by conducting a number of simple experiments that led to the invention of electromagnetic induction. The production of electromotive force in a coil due to changing magnetic flux linked with the coil is called electromagnetic induction. Now, let us learn Faraday's experiment to understand electromagnetic induction. Take a copper coil and galvanometer. Connect them with connecting wires. Now, take a bar magnet. Move the bar magnet swiftly towards the coil such that the north pole of magnet faces the coil. You can see the deflection in the galvanometer. If you move the magnet away from the coil, the deflection of the galvanometer is in the opposite direction. If you repeat the experiment by changing the face of the pole, the direction of current changes. You can also observe the same kind of deflections in the galvanometer when coil is moved front and back from the fixed magnet. From the observation, we can understand that the relative motion of the coil or the magnet induces current in the circuit. If we keep magnet and the coil stationary, then no current is induced.
The current produced by the relative motion of the coil or the magnet is called an induced current, and it is set by an induced electromotive force. This phenomenon of producing induced electromotive force by the relative motion of the coil and magnet is called electromagnetic induction. Now, let us discuss the direction of flow of induced current. Fleming's right-hand rule is useful to find the direction of induced current in a linear conductor. When the thumb, the forefinger and the middle finger of the right hand are stretched mutually perpendicular to each other and are held such that the forefinger is along the direction of magnetic field and the thumb is along the direction of motion of the linear conductor, then the middle finger points along the direction of the induced current or induced electromotive force. Consider a straight conductor placed in uniform magnetic field. The magnetic field direction is toward left side. If the conductor is moved up, then the induced current flows towards you.
Fleming's right-hand rule. Fleming's right-hand rule is used to determine the direction of the induced current when a conductor moves in a magnetic field. To determine the direction of induced current according to Fleming's right-hand rule, stretch the forefinger, thumb, and the middle finger of the right hand mutually perpendicular to each other as shown. Then, the forefinger represents the direction of the magnetic field, the thumb represents the direction of motion of the conductor, and the middle finger represents the direction of induced current.
Now, let us learn about AC generator. AC generator or dynamo is an electrical device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy, utilizing the phenomenon of electromagnetic induction. AC generator consists of a rectangular armature A, B, C, D between two powerful magnetic poles N and S. The terminal from AB is connected to slip ring S1 and the terminal from CD is connected to S2. The carbon brushes are in contact with the slip rings. If the loop is rotated in anti-clockwise direction, the AB goes down and CD comes up, and so the current flow from A to B and C to D from S1 to S2 for the first half rotation. Thus, ABCD turns to 180 degrees, then position of ABCD is interchanged. If the rotation is continued, the current flow from D to C and then B to A and S2 to S1, the rapid rotation of the armature in the dynamo generates current or voltage in the external circuit whose direction alternates for every half cycle so as to produce an alternating current. The working principle of DC generator is same as that of AC generator. The only change in the construction is the slip rings are replaced by split rings. Thus, the split ring changes the direction alternatively and produces an unidirectional current through the circuit. In this topic, you have learned the phenomenon of producing induced current in coil by changing the magnetic flux in the coil is called electromagnetic induction. Fleming's right-hand rule states that when the thumb, the forefinger and middle finger of the right hand are stretched mutually perpendicular to each other, such that forefinger along the direction of magnetic field and the thumb is along the direction of motion of the conductor, then the middle finger points to the direction of induced current. A dynamo is an electrical device which converts mechanical energy into electrical energy by electromagnetic induction.